Oh. Oh. Fiddlesticks. So, I guess there's a reason that there's no one in YouTube chat, right? I hit the button! I hit the button! Ruby! Hello! Oh my god, it is! It is! I am here! I exist! I'm alive! Sort of. That is okay, Zelda. Thank you very much. I'm not hugely well versed on YouTube yet. I thought by scheduling something and then pressing the go live button, it would just work. Apparently not. Super happy. Friend is wearing some of my 3D printed dragon scale. Oh, that is awesome. Yes. I love your 3D printed stuff. It's so nice. How am I doing? Ruby, that is a question. Better than I have been, which is good. I'm trying to get back into streaming regularly. I'm probably gonna be here every Monday, but I wanted to test everything out today, so I'm here on a weekend. So yeah, lots of things have happened while I've been away. I've been doing a metric ton of art. Earlier in the stream, I did mention, and like, I guess it's sort of being a downer, but at the same time, I feel it is important to say, is as a streamer, or okay, I say this as a live 2D streamer, puppeting a model live on screen, I was not getting better at art, and this was a problem for me. I didn't see myself getting better. I was just getting better at streaming, and that's good. I like getting better at streaming, right? But at the time, it wasn't what I wanted. I didn't think my work was good enough. And I mean, I guess that's the thing that a lot of us think, right? Your work is never good enough. But I was becoming too much of a content creator, and not as much of an artist as I wanted to be. So I stopped streaming rather unceremoniously. I know you know that, Ruby, but and I kept saying, you know, soon TM, I will be back, because that's what I thought. That is what I thought would happen. That I'd just, you know, take a week or a month off, and I'd be like, yeah, I'll come back. That's fine. And I just never did. I did a bunch of stuff in the meantime, though. If you've followed my Twitter in general, you'll know that I did get laid off and it sucked. But in the time after that, I've also, I did some work for Fall Guys, which was frankly amazing. But it was contract work, so, you know, it finishes. You gotta date where these things finish. But it opened my eyes up to, like, the gaming industry in general. And it was a dream of mine to do work on stuff like that. yeah, I did. I not on the game itself, but I worked on some of their advertising. So, like, the stuff they put on social media and the stuff around their updates and things like that. Thank you, Ruby. It's okay, Zelda. It's easy to miss because Twitter doesn't show people anything. 𝗫𝗀𝗏. I am now a proponent of 𝗫𝗀𝗏. It's way better. But yeah, it opened my eyes up, and I was like, oh, I'd love to work in the game industry more now. And then, some of you may be aware that there were mass layoffs in the gaming industry. And it's in a bit of a tizzy at the moment. So I've just sort of, I've decided, because, you know, like, the art industry, the graphic design industry is kind of in turmoil as well now because of all the AI stuff, right? And this stuff sucks to talk about, and I know that. But I have to. It's my job. So getting back into things has been really hard, and I just one day decided, talking with my partner, that I should give self-employment full-time, because I've always done it part-time. I've always done commissions, I've always done little art bits, but to give freelancing a go full-time. So that is what I'm doing now. And I wanted to get back into streaming because it's also something I can do during the day while I'm working. Some of the goblins you've seen this month have been commissioned. Some of them have just been gift art because I like drawing goblins. And 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗰 is cool. The one time of year when no one can judge me for my glut of goblin art. No one judges me for it. It's great. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'll be drawing going forward. Streams are probably mostly going to be like either silly work that I feel like doing, or probably commission work if I have something in. I'm also going to be probably I'm probably going to be... Oh, my brain's gone. What was I going to say? I am hoping in the first quarter of next year to have another Kickstarter up, because while like my pin shops and my sticker shops and stuff have existed for a very long time, I haven't actually produced anything new for them for a very long time. So hopefully I will have something on. I got burned out this year. God, I saw Ruby. Like, I legitimately, I was looking at your Hero Forge stuff like every day. I deliberately made a point to look up. It's you and a couple of streams, including 𝗀cie𝗂𝗹𝗃, because I was like, oh, all these people are doing 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗯𝗏, so I need to look at all these things. So I made a deliberate point, and I did notice that yours was stopped, which I completely understand. Like, seriously, if you need time, you need time. Because burnout really, really sucks. I can tell you from experience. I spent several years not drawing because of it. You still want to make the model still? That's, to be honest, like, this is sort of what I've done as well with this, is you probably noticed I haven't managed to do a goblin every day of 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗯𝗏, because doing them with full backgrounds would have probably killed me. So I decided that instead of doing 31 rush drawings, I wanted to try and do them every couple of days, so that they were as good as they could be, essentially. Have you ever played We Need Goblins with me? I don't think I have, Zelda. I love your Kickstarters. I promise to try and get first backer again. You can certainly try. Oh. But Ruby, I hope that you don't end up with like a several year burnout. That would really, really suck, and I don't recommend it. I couldn't even open the forge without a headache. Yeah. No, I get that. I couldn't touch pencil. I couldn't do anything, essentially. And I'd have people like, especially like, you know, people around you that know you, right? But they don't know you outside of certain things. Like people at work. People at work would be like, oh, you don't doodle anymore on your post-its. Because I used to have a stack of post-it notes, and whenever I had a post-it note, I'd always do a little drawing on it all the time. And they suddenly noticed that they didn't have tiny weird goblins on them anymore. They were just text. And they're like, oh, why are you not doing it? And they just... it's just not something people talk about, is it? It's not something people talk about. And I think people should. Because I felt very alone at the time. Mental health things is just something people don't And I think it's a really big thing as a creator as well. Creative burnout is hard, and people are like, oh yeah, but you're a creator, you're doing something you love, and it's like, yeah, but it's so difficult to do something you love 24/7. Even if it's something you love, and in that case, sometimes it can be even harder. Because you may not be able to do the things you want to do in the way that you want to do them. Because, you know, that's a job, right? That's what a job is. Even as a freelancer, it's still about curating and not kowtowing, but, you know, like you have to do something that your audience will get, something your audience will like. Or in the world of social media, you kind of risk dropping off the map. This is such this is such a deep topic that I probably should just how's everyone been? I hope you've had a great day. I'm a tiny goblin wizard without existential life issues. And it's all good. I do legitimately hope that you've all had an amazing day, though. I was supposed to be drawing the Goblin King. There'll be people that watch this VOD and be like, what the actual heck? I didn't come here for a mental health breakdown. Yeah, I wanted to make something better and different every day for 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗶, and suddenly I had no ideas and felt super pressured. Yeah, I had the same thing. After the first couple of days, I just sort of stopped and reevaluated, because I was actually trying to draw one that I still haven't drawn. So that should come probably just before the end of the month. Because I have started sketching it, but I haven't finished it. But I got completely stuck on it. Because I was trying to draw gold coins in giant piles, you know, like loot goblin kind of style things. I just could not work it out. I was like, I know what I want this to look like, but at the same time I don't. My brain has this idea that I can't, at this point I can't quite articulate, and I got stuck for several days and didn't draw anything, and I was like, this is stupid. I need to do something about this. And I think it's something we all go through. 3 gigs where I can go really big, do amazing things, make fantastic props and costumes, and every year I'm so burnt out at this point, I never get them made. Yeah. No, I know that feeling too. You have to sketch for Well, it's interesting you say that, because one of the things that sort of halfway through 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗶, after I'd given like several artists like the initial design for Smay, and I was sitting there and I was like, oh no, I want to change it. And then I think it was on 𝗪𝗏's stream. I was on there and you were talking about I was like, oh, it's really rude to change your model, and I was like, oh no, seriously though, I'm probably not gonna change it till later anyway. Oh. Don't listen to 𝗪𝗏. Duly noted. Always have to justify the expense and time to make things. Yeah. I'm gonna do weddings in Zelda. Oh, that's awesome. Justify the expense of making all the things I want to do. Yeah. No, it is always the case. Like I've been recently doing putting together a business plan, essentially. Not because anyone's asked for it, but because I wanted to justify in my mind that I could make things work. In a way that I've never really done before, you know? And it's the same thing when you're talking about justifying the expense and time to do the things that you do. And my girlfriend's always saying, oh, you don't have to justify who you are, you don't have to justify what you like doing. But I feel like if it's my livelihood, I kind of do. I want to make 2 150% big. But when Zelda's a goblin fortune teller, oh, that's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, Raven. There is a cat on my desk. One sec. Yeah, she does have a point, but like, if I'm gonna do this, which means, while I'm not gonna stop looking for a full-time position, because I think at this point that would be not stupid, but you know what I mean. It's taking more of a backseat than initially it was, which takes a load off your shoulders, right? If you're not thinking about that all the time. I'm not going to go into the whole job search thing because that's a whole nother kettle of the half regurgitated fish. But I need nice things to talk about. My God, this is gonna be my problem now, right? I'm just gonna be like the mental health rant streamer now. I don't know your exact skill set, but character artist for weddings. I had considered it. My problem is that A, I'm too much of a perfectionist, and B, caricature art is a lot more about speed drawing and remembering specific, like, I don't know what to call it. Like, okay, every caricature artist has in their head sort of a set of maybe 10 or 20 poses. Let's call them poses, because I guess they are, or archetypes in their head that they just practice day in and day out, and they will always base someone on that, like when they're drawing someone, so that they can do it much quicker. It is an incredible skill, and unfortunately, one I do not currently have. Before I go, would you like me to show you the sketch? I'd love to see it. I don't know if Twitch will let you post a link, but of course, Discord certainly will. You know where I am. Wow, I've done a lot of this drawing, haven't I? The cat is persistent today. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to Twitch? No, he's not being vocal today. Kind of like how you do yes. No, it's exactly like that. It is essentially, I suppose it is a form of reading. It's like trying to guess the archetype or assign an archetype to the person you're talking to. Oh, we have a stretch redeem. I do need a stretch. That is very true. I need to reset. This is some interesting topics. Thank you. At least it's interesting what I'm saying. I'm not like just sort of babbling about nothing. Cold reading stuff is actually fascinating. I remember the first time I'd heard about it was Darren Brown. And then from there, like, I obviously started looking at a lot more lesser known cold readers and things like that. It's all absolutely fascinating stuff. And oddly applicable to, like, everyday life. Also, I absolutely love that. Ruby, the tiny, the use of the tiny palette is just, it's inspired. I had wondered if there was a palette in Hero Watch. It has been lovely talking to you again, Ruby. You have a great day. let's do some more Jareth. I had brought up a reference somewhere. Is it on like a page that I've accidentally closed? Probably. But no, it's interesting because I think going forward I might be a bit more of a frank streamer than I have in the past. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it is. I've always tried to keep things not bottled up, but you know what I mean. Like I've always tried to pull back a little bit, and it's been more about the art than anything else about me. But it's very hard to separate those two things, you know? Grunkledan! It is lovely to see you! How are you doing? As you can see, I haven't actually got much art done. As I never do once I turn this mic on. As I have found. But it's probably because I just miss all of you. I'll be honest, I do. It's been great to develop my art off stream. Yeah, typical art stream. Yeah, it has been great to develop my art off stream, but it gets a bit more lonely, right? It's nice to talk to other artists. It's nice to talk to other people. Darren Brown's how I got into magic. Oh, awesome! I remember you talking about that, actually. Right. I did have a reference that I brought up, and then I lost it. So, hang on just a second while I find it again. Ah! There you are, Jareth. You are looking beautiful as ever. Right, so he's wearing, like, he has like a corset top in this particular outfit. But it doesn't go all the way down because he has ridiculously high pants, which are incredibly tight. Probably a lot of people's sexual awakening, can't lie. Corsets rock, I have 6, awesome. I have a couple. Trying to think now. 2, I think I have 2. But I have way more waistcoats than corsets. This one should probably be that way. I think he's kind of tilted. I don't think his neck is going to be visible at this angle, but I might have to pull his head down a little bit. I think this is going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to put a lot of the depth in with the colouring rather than the line art. I only have 8 waistcoats at the moment. A Facebook memory fit came up with 20. Oh gosh. Just gonna put a wavy line in for now. But I will probably do a proper cravat once I've done a bit more. I did just notice that the auto mod did hold back your message, Zelda. Fortunately, it doesn't like swearing, but I know what you mean. Yeah, we should get. I am terrible at being social, always. At some point, we should get together. It's not a real sweat. No, I don't consider it a real sweat either. But apparently, Twitch does, and unfortunately, we are beholden to our Twitch masters. It is, I say, it is actually, it's something I've considered is making the stream 18+, and I don't know whether to go through with it or not. It's not because I suddenly want to start, you know, drawing boobies or anything. But some of the topics that I do broach can sometimes be somewhat adult. So I don't know. It's always been a case that like I want to encourage artists whatever their age, but I feel like maybe I do want to be safer in the space that I have. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Because then it's like when I'm doing like tutorial content or stuff like that, like that's definitely a PG type thing, right? Okay, that kind of looks like it's supposed to look. It's sort of supposed to droop more like that though. And also it's probably way further down than I think, because he kind of has an open chest. So let's pull that down a bit more for now. I've got this perspective problem again though, right? It's warping my senses. You are right, Grunkle down there. It is better to be safe. You gotta head off? Well, have a great time. I hope you bring tons of joy. I will indeed endeavor to have a fantastic stream. Okay, Jareth. Also something that I am thinking of bringing in probably for a couple of streams. Just so I can, I suppose in some of my streams, I sort of want to maintain a kind of concentration that probably means I won't be talking as much to chat. Is a thing called Pomodoro streams, where basically you spend 30 minutes, which is basically concentration mode. You basically, you have a timer on stream. I've seen a couple of other streamers do it, and it looked really interesting. So you do 30 minutes of basically uninterrupted. You don't look at chat. You might still be talking, but you don't look at anything because you are concentrating on the art itself. And then it stops and you take essentially like a 10-15 minute break to look at chat, talk to people, have a drink, stretch, and then basically the whole stream just takes on that kind of, I suppose, more of a study kind of session. I don't 100% know how it would work. But I guess we'll see. My streams are 18+. I rarely do anything that is quote unquote mature, I know. Have it that way because, yeah, to be fair, that makes a lot of sense. Especially with Gauntlet, like it does make a lot of sense. Yeah, it's something I'm thinking about because I know that I do have some under 18 people that follow me on Twitter and things like that because they want art tips. It's just one of those things where you don't want to alienate people, right? But also, I don't want to get in trouble with Mr. Twitch. I suppose there is an argument that they can still see my content on Twitter, but it means they just can't be in my stream.
Hello, buddy. Oh, you're so thin, but you're safe now.
To days and days of recovery.
This feels like it's not round enough. And yet, according to my lines of...
You can make incredible transformations.
According to my perspective lines, it should be round enough.
𝗙𝗵𝗄𝗃. Heal wounds, mend hearts, and transform lives forever. Learn more.
Damn it, perspective.
Discover the pulse of the best hip hop, rap, and drill straight from the streets.
Okay, so we have like,
Dive into a
I mean,
tapestry of
when you
rap
think about it, you look at Jareth right now.
defines the genre. From the hard
The
hit to
tightness
drill to the
of his
soulful
pants leave
finesse
nothing to the
rap.
imagination.
Captivates with
That could be
every
considered completely and utterly not safe for work, you know? Where is the line? So he has his boot top, which is like here. He probably has smaller feet than I have drawn in. But if we just go for like... Actually, I don't think it's too bad. I think I'm gonna have a bigger footed goblin than maybe I usually draw. Who knows, Twitch keeps moving? Oh yeah. Bar keeps moving all the time. Oh yeah, I hope everyone is having a great day today. I am having an alright one. And an alright one is a good one at the moment. Okay, so these are really, really flowy sleeves. Wow, way more flowy than I thought they were, actually. Like bell trumpets. Like sort of out here? I think I've heard this song before. Which I know sounds like silly because this is my playlist, but this is this is the royalty-free playlist, and I haven't necessarily actually listened to all of it. Every day I find a new song that sounds cool. So one sec, I do need to double check that the YouTube side of this is actually working. I'm paranoid now. Yeah. I think it's all good. I'm just paranoid because I'm having to keep track of 2 stream chats, and that's not as easy. I don't know. I might not do one of them. It's just a test at the moment. Mostly because, as you said, 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, Twitch keep moving goalposts, and it kind of sucks. So I'm diversifying in case something goes horribly wrong. Which it might not. It would be great if it didn't, right? Right, Jareth. Come here. Yeah. I hope you're doing alright your side though, by the way. I've been lurking in a couple of your streams, but because obviously our time zones are very different, I am usually falling asleep during them. And not because they're boring. One sec, I'm just gonna have a drink. There we go, water downed. You will all be glad to know that while I did have, and I still do have a predilection for Monster Energy, I am currently drinking water. I'm being a good little goblin. I am watching my health. But I still do use it from time to time, because it is actually very good for managing certain medical conditions without actually, you know, managing things, I guess. Coping mechanism, is that the word? I don't know. I am being way too frank today. Right, so this sleeve is the same. Just get like a bell shape. I fall asleep during other streams as well. Yeah. Oh, it's because of your work schedule. God. I was saying earlier in the stream how due to an unfortunate layoff and the graphic design industry basically imploding, let's be honest, I am gonna be going freelance full-time, which will be interesting. We will see how things go. Yeah, I think those sleeves look okay. Do you have any? Oh, he does. He does have things on the ends of his sleeves. Like this? Are they that far apart? I think they're more... They are still slightly rounded. They're more like this. Can I do this consistently, or am I going to have to create a brush to do it? That is always the question. I've got way more, since I last streamed, into creating custom brushes in Clip Studio Paint though. They make my life a lot easier. Like, I've created essentially my own leaf brush and things like that for doing woodlands. You probably noticed a lot of my art recently involves lots of woodlands because I've created brushes that can do them quickly. It takes a lot off my plate to be able to do that and know that it's still my work because I created the brush. I'm thinking about releasing them at some point, maybe. I don't know, I could have like a little brush pack if anyone was interested in that. I'm gonna be lazy here and I'm gonna copy paste and flip this. No one has to know. Let's flip you. That would be great. No, I'll work on putting something together then. Like, I think I'd probably need sort of like, probably more of them. Maybe I could create like a full sort of foliage pack or something. That'd be kind of cool. What cheating if the option is there? See, do you know what I am gonna say it, right? That was something you probably heard me say quite a few times in the past. It's like, if it's in the app, it's not cheating. And then Photoshop put generative AI into their app. So I can't say that anymore. Unfortunately, 𝗀𝗵𝗃 hasn't, which is good. Yeah, it's so dumb. Okay, how many layers do I have? Too many. Awesome. We have sleeves. We can rebuild him. Okay, so the Goblin King, 𝗀𝗙cie, has the bulge of the century, which hopefully will not get me banned. Because that's just what... Like, don't blame me, blame the costume designers, you know? I don't know what they were thinking with Labyrinth, really. I love Labyrinth, it's an amazing film. But I don't know what they were thinking with some of the costume designs. Also, I don't know if, like, because of the perspective, it's less obvious, right? Well, I didn't expect to be discussing this on stream, but you know, it's all part of the art process. Oh, Raven is back. Hello, boy. Oh, you can't really cuddle right now, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You usually come for a hug in the middle of the day, don't you? No, you can sit on my lap. I can use, if I can still use the tablet, you can sit here, yeah? Yeah, come here. Come here, boys. You're a good boy. Here's my fluffy baby chat. There's Raven. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Say hi to chat. Yeah. I need a little avatar to put on screen when he's here. Yeah, you're a good boy. There you go. If you sit there, I can still draw this Goblin King. Yeah? Yeah? Do we have an accord? I think we have an accord. Okay, this is actually way lower than even I thought before. Like 2/3 of the way down? Which I'm not sure how that's going to translate with this perspective. Oh, we got this. I think we got this, right? But yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, and it bears repeating because I know people are coming and going, I am planning on streaming about midday my time. Obviously you can work out what that means for any of you at any point. Every Monday to start with. That may increase, but I don't want to push myself into a point of burnout like I did before. So that is what I'm limiting myself to at the moment. And hopefully my streams will also get slowly better again. As some of you may have noticed, I have decided to go full Goblin. Whether this will be permanent, I don't know. It was originally just for 𝗀𝗵𝗹𝗶, but you know what? I kind of like the design of Smay quite a lot. But I have decided, because apparently I'm like that, I'm going to be remaking a lot of my assets. And maybe I'll do that, maybe I'll live stream that. Maybe that will be the plan going forward. Come on, Jareth, let's get your other hand in. So the plan is... Oh, no. Raven is sitting on the tablet again. Come on, Bubba. You have to go on the floor. I would say it's getting closer to his dinner time, but it's not. It's not for several hours. But he is, as you know, a cat.
More spice in your life with the McSpicy at McDonald's.
Also, I think I might turn these hands into more goblin hands. Because I have gone for very, cookie cutter human hands here. So maybe we will fix that. Maybe we'll change that. I don't know yet.
It's time to be a bit more adventurous. How about?
I don't know how much goblin I want to go here and how much human I want to go. Because I don't want to, like,
All our fish is caught responsibly.
lose the fact that it's Jareth.
There's nothing fishy about how we catch our fish.
Want to know more about where your food comes from? Ask Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's, good food for all of us.
You do what you must to take care of yourself. Yeah, that is sort of become more of my mantra than it used to be.
Destination for the best melodies in the world with Essence. Dip into a collection of timeless R&B hits and soulful melodies that resonate with every mood. Experience bliss with Essence. Only
But
on
these
Spotify.
they're gonna be tilted way more. Yeah, I think more like what I've done that left one. Also, one thing I must ask of you, chat, is what are the audio levels like at the moment, and are they okay? Just because I'm paranoid about that. For example, when I do scribbles, you should be able to hear like a kind of ASMR scribbly noise. Let me know if you can hear it. If you can't, I might need to turn it up. Because, I mean, one of the reasons I got this app, VHand, is because I really like the ASMR scribbling noise. Ah, good, you can hear it. Awesome. Alright. So he's wearing, like, a necklace. It does add a little oomph. Yeah, I thought that. When I saw the app, I mean, obviously it was, it had like a launch sale, and I was like, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it now, you know? But I do not regret it one bit. It's very nice. And I get this cool hand, too. I am sort of in a space at the moment where I'm like, is the hand too much? Is it too big? Especially because I'm left-handed, so obviously I have it mimic my left hand. But I know as a left-handed artist, your hand always covers your art while you're drawing. It's one of those things, right? Oh, Gurak, hey! How are you doing? Thank you for your Prime subscription. That is very nice of you. Welcome to the Colourful Collective. How is your goblin self today? Truth? Yes, 100% truth. Okay, that should be. Every time I do it, I just drag this further and further down. But it should probably be about there, right? Right. Welcome. Making good use of the wave. The wave emote is by far like my favorite and my most used emote, hands down. Saying that, completely forgot. I need to redo my emotes, right? Especially if I'm going permanently green. Man, I think I will keep the waving one and just turn it green because it is my favorite emote. I've been lurking while playing RuneScape. That is a good choice. Haven't played RuneScape in a while, but I'm always tempted. I do enjoy the grind quite a lot. I watch been watching some Settled. I don't know if you watch them. Because their RuneScape runs are frankly inspirational. It's a very great game to put on a second monitor. Yeah, I agree. Gotta grind those lobsters. Man, takes me back. Okay, so because this is from the top, it's sort of gonna go from like a midpoint. That's not really mid, but probably more like that, actually. It's hard to like estimate the volume of Bowie hair, you know? Bowie to Goblin, and really, if you it would be much bigger on a Goblin. I'm not gonna make it much bigger because I kind of like it like this. But I feel like the mane of hair of Jareth on a Goblin would just like dwarf them. Okay, so that's the main. Okay, so that's a nice main sketch. I just need to fix the face. Where's my layers at? And to do this, oh, the boy's back. Hello, Raven. I'm sorry, Baba. You gotta go on the floor. You do. You're so kitty. Yeah, you are. But yeah, like thinking about streaming in general right now. I think I kind of like this level. It's likely that some of my streams are going to be mic off just because I really want to concentrate on something. But also, it can be harder to concentrate during a no mic stream because you have to reply to everything via text. Where is my symmetry tool? I always forget where it is. Rulers, that's where it is. Let's save a little bit of time. Do it this way. Okay, I do have to quickly look up a reference for Jareth's makeup because it is very specific and very nice, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so it goes under his eyebrow and then links back up with the eye. He also has some like mad on fleeks, so alright, let's get this up here. Maybe up the corner a little bit. I don't know if those are too small. You might have noticed I've been like trying to get my goblin style down pat, but you'll always find things that have to go off model, or they just don't look like the goblin you're talking about. So like there are certain goblins that I've drawn this year for 𝗀𝗏𝗶𝗹 that if I went full, I use, you know, all of the techniques that I use in a drawing that I consider makes it mine. essentially, then it wouldn't look like them anymore. Like, you know, things you tend towards as an artist. And I think it's okay to, like, you don't want to end up with like a sort of same face syndrome kind of thing. Okay. So we're going full Goblin King here. I think actually these need to be less round. Maybe more like that. It probably needs to be a bit thinner. And then it needs to come round. His makeup essentially connects everything up. Like, it's the white makeup between his eyebrows and his eyes. Yeah, let's try that. Let's get a little grin in here. Yeah, I think that works. I generally like to put the noses just under there, but with this perspective, it might actually be a bit higher. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. I'm happy with that, except his hair doesn't really at any point go behind. It definitely comes out in front. There's a lot of it. It maybe needs to be a little bit less shaped here. And then higher up there. Yeah. Let's try the flip test. Yeah, I can't see any obvious issues. Maybe that ear needs to be brought in a little bit. But the flip test appears to reveal no huge problems, which is surprising. 𝗀𝗍, thank you. Oh, the cat is back. And welcome to the chat, by the way. I don't know if I was streaming when I met you. I think I might have met you after I, like went on my hiatus. In which case, if so, hey 𝗀𝗍, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream anyway. Ah, yes. Head pat the ears. Oh, that is an adorable emote as well. My gosh. Let's just fix those fingies. They are not quite right. I did say that I might just turn them into goblin hands, so this might be completely pointless. There we go. So I don't think there's anything unique about his eyes, if I remember. What colour are his eyes? What colour are Jareth's eyes? They kind of look like just black holes from these pictures. But of course that's probably because they're screenshots and their DPI aren't great and... Alright. Google, tell me, what colour are Jareth the Goblin King's eyes? Do you know? Please tell me. I assume it's just David Bowie's eyes, right? Because I know he had cool eyes. I remember that. Yeah, David Bowie eyes, blue and brown. Yeah, because he had one that looked very like stormy. I remember. Not that the color really matters right now. I was just more looking at like if they were just completely blacked out or not. On the sketch, I'll probably black them out just because it's easier. But. Then just like that. Kinda looks Jareth-y. He had an accident when he was a kid, and his one eye was washed out and turned a stormy brown. That's fascinating. I mean, you don't go up to a person and go, "Why do you have weird eyes?" But it is great to know the backstory. Just so you'll know, there is an incoming ad break in about a minute. So now is a good time to get your snacks and beverages. Or, well, in a minute is, yeah. Okay, I think I'm happy with that base sketch. I'm really not sure what I'm gonna do with the set, with like the 𝗙cie𝗂𝗍 staircases. I'm probably gonna have to study some 𝗙cie paintings to get this right. Although technically, I guess the point is there is no right? The stairs go where they desire. Right.
Players of People's Postcode Lottery have raised over £1.4 billion for good causes, helping deliver good news for charities like 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗋, Ellen MacArthur Cancer
I
Trust.
think this is a better sketch than what I started with. It's much cleaner.
For the Disabled Association. See, even Poppy says thanks, because what the world needs now is you.
And I do like working with cleaner sketches. Sometimes you will see that I will sketch something multiple times before I line it, and I'm trying to get better about that. I really am. Okay, I think we're just about good. I'm still a little bit. It's about that. The fringe.
Dip into a
Does it
collection
need to
of
come
timeless R&B
forward? Does it
hits
need to
and
go
soulful
back?
melodies that resonate
Let's go
with
look.
every mood.
Let's go
Experience bliss
look
with
lovingly
essence.
into Jareth's eyes again. I will stare deeply. Why is this doing a weird thing? Go away. No, I don't want that on screen. With this one? I'm intrigued now. Aha. Right, now we have to sit here and study the Goblin King together. Okay, so we've got I think we've got the makeup right. I mean, I've got his eyebrows in a different expression, but that's fine. It's obviously this is not the outfit. I'm doing the magic dance outfit. But I don't know. I think I got the hair right, just about. But just something feels off to me, and I can't figure what it is. Maybe it's like that. I naturally try to make these curve. Because when you're drawing things like sort of anime style thing, if something's straight, it looks so weird. If something's like completely story of my life. Don't. If when hair is straight on hair, like completely straight, it just looks really weird to me. Like, I always feel like hair should have a kind of bounce. Otherwise, it looks like a ball of grease. But his hair has been, like, deliberately been made bone straight on his, fringe. Which is interesting. Oh, indeed. We gotta dance the magic dance. You do remind me of the babe, 𝗀cie. What babe? The babe with the power. But what power? The power of voodoo. Who do you do what? Remind me of the babe. Which reminds me, reading that out, is I have to fix my redeem stuff. I'm probably gonna put my TTS spot back. That is 𝗙𝗏𝗏. 𝗙𝗏𝗏 the owl is my familiar, and he will probably be making a reappearance. We do love our existential owl. Right. Oh, this has been flipped the whole time. Okay, well, let's go back. I gotta toddle off for now. Well, you have a great day, 𝗀𝗀𝗃. I'm probably gonna be toddling off within probably the next half hour, maybe earlier. But I am happy with the progress we've got so far, and it's been lovely talking with everyone. So let's see how far we can get. I could spend years just tweeting with 𝗀𝗃𝗃, let's be honest. Can I? So I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I might change the playlist at some point. This is a This is a royalty-free playlist that I recently started experimenting with because it has a lot of music that's a little bit more upbeat and interesting and isn't just lo-fi. And I do love lo-fi. But I actually kind of find it difficult to just work to just like a lo-fi beat. I need something a bit more, I don't know, like with a bit more energy. Funnily enough, saying that, my secret sauce for being really productive is to listen to the Fall Guys soundtrack. I am, just hear me out. I'm not joking. You will do the best work of your life to the Fall Guys soundtrack. Because it always makes you think that you've got a deadline like tomorrow. My recommendation is oh, what's it called? Falling Stars 𝗙𝗃𝗵𝗵. That is my favorite. It is an amazing tune. Also, I did not realize those were in the same layer. Oops. You can go on another layer. Let's move you down here. I think we just need less of that hand because it's supposed to be behind the cuff anyway. You can't see that. So I should probably get rid of this giant Jareth picture off the screen. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the fluffier hair, just as a sort of stylistic choice. I don't mind a giant Jareth on screen. To be honest, I'm with you there. You can just be the whole screen. We just admire. Here's a question. Do we think Goblin Jareth would have a tail? Because I know I'm kind of making it harder for myself. Because drawing tails in perspective is not easy. But also, I feel like he would. Like he's this sort of Fey creature enigma. This is going to be... I might have to look at some references for this, actually. I guess you wouldn't really see much of it. Because it would probably curl around a bit like that. Yeah. Maybe it's easier than I thought it was. And it probably wouldn't be one of those fluffy ones. I love the fluffy tails. Like Ruby and like Goblin have. I love the fluffy tails. I have legitimately, since I have been umming and ahhing about my design recently. And if I change like anything, I will give myself a tail. Because I just love drawing floofy tails. I think it's okay with that. I mean, it could curve over to the other side. And we could have it like that. But I think it's less likely to have the length to get to that point. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. And I think that helps the forced perspective a little bit too. Because it's very clearly going down. Okay, so the hands are definitely something I am going to change, but I'm probably going to muck around with them after stream because I know that's something that's going to frustrate me. I actually had this recently when I was painting one of the goblins for 𝗀𝗙𝗵𝗹, and I realized halfway through the painting that they actually had 4 fingers and not 5. And I was like, oh my god. And it's not that it's hard to change, right? It's not hard. It's just so frustrating when you've like, especially if they're holding something. If they're holding something and they've got like a 4-finger grip, and then the thumb around the other side. Whereas if you have 3 fingers and a thumb, often your grip on something will change. So I essentially end up redrawing the entire arm. I mean, it's fine. I mean, on some of them, I have, you know, just pretend you didn't hear this from me. But there was one of them that does actually have 4 fingers, and I haven't changed it. Just shh. just they didn't notice, so it's fine. To be honest, I think a lot of gobbies don't mind, and like there are some where I've looked at their references and it'll be different in every single picture. Because I think like 4-fingered stuff is often like, it's like a stylistic artist choice, right? Like cartoony styles will usually have the 4 rather than the 5, which I guess makes sense. This is good info. I'm glad I can help. So I don't know if the eyes are big enough. I think maybe they are big enough. So I'm doing what I usually do when I'm drawing, to be fair. Not just streaming, because I talk to myself when I draw as well. And then every little thought about my art will just suddenly explode. Even if things look perfectly fine. You know what? I think I'm gonna call that sketch done. Yeah. And I am going to leave his hands. I'm going to leave his hands because maybe I could put claws on them. Maybe I could put claws on them. Yes. There we go. Now we have entered peak Goblin. Because I feel like, of anyone, Jareth would have pointy claw nails. They're very aesthetic. Thank you! I'm hoping I'll have him finished by tomorrow. I'm probably going to finish him off stream. Unless I get some time this evening. Which I'm not sure I will. I think we might have people over. The Goblin house will be full! Alright, I'm gonna save him up. Always have to remember to hit that save button. No, I need to keep like a mental note in my head to fix the redeems for next stream. I think next stream, if I finish Jareth, I want to do some work on. I'm going to be making a PNG Plus model of Smay. So I think I want to work on that. Unless I have commission work that needs doing very quickly in the meantime. But at the moment, I think we're good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you've all seen. I did post about it on Blue Sky recently, which also I recommend everyone go join. It's cool. It's the cooler Twitter. Highly recommend. But I'm not using my Live 2D anymore. And I love my Live 2D. I built it from the ground up. I made like 3 or 4 versions of the goddamn thing. And I got what I would say for a hobbyist, half decent at rigging. And I loved my latest model. And I've never used it, which sucks. Maybe I'll make some YouTube videos with it or something, but I don't want to use Live 2D live anymore, because I get incredibly distracted. I mean, I'm just talking to you right now, right? And I'm still getting incredibly distracted from this sketch. It's even worse when I'm piloting Live 2D model at the same time, because I don't know, I think it's less of a problem nowadays, right? Because I'm trying to think how to word it. Is that it used to be that you had to be way more animated, if you know what I mean. Like your expressions when you're sitting in front of your webcam or your iPhone had to be like, if you smiled, you had to smile really big to actually get your model to smile. And I became really cognizant of that. That I had to overact so that people watching could see what I was doing. And I don't like that. I used to love it. But I noticed that by doing that, I was never improving in my art, and that kind of sucked. And I want to get better at art. I do. I love what I do. So that's what I'm trying. I want to focus my streams more on art, and I know they were already focused on art, you know. I'm an art wizard. That's kind of what I do. But I think it will be better for my art if I have a PNGtuber model. I want to use PNGtuber Plus because I think they have a lot more options. And I still want those options, you know. I still want the ability to do weird toggles and things, because I love my weird toggles. I built up so many over the years. But that's something I can still do with PNGtuber Plus, so that is hopefully what we're going to end up with. And in the future, I'm going to be obviously live streaming commissions. I'm going to be doing a Kickstarter for like pins and stickers at some point. So I'm going to be live streaming, creating the content for all of that, and pin design. Pin design is something I absolutely love doing. I've ran several successful Kickstarters in the past, and hopefully I can link all this together. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to link everything together. We are creating the Smay art empire here. But we'll see where things go, right? Goals, yes, goals. It is great to have goals, and I'm really glad that you're all here to help, I guess. You can cheer me on, right? Cheer me on. Long live the Empire. Praise the Goblin. Right. I think I need to go eat some food. I've had a lot of fun today. You've all been awesome, and no, it's also been interesting streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. I know Twitch will hate me saying this right now, but yeah, it's been interesting seeing how all of this works from a tech perspective, and I hope you'll pop in soon. Thank you so much. I will indeed enjoy the noms, 𝗙cie. You have a great day. You all have a great day. This is your local art wizard signing out, and I hope you have a great day.